Good morning, everybody. It's the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast. I'm Aurora.
And I'm the boyfriend, Nicole.
Yeah, and we're coming to you live. It's Saturday morning.
Monday in your world.
Oops. That's behind the world secret. We record these on Saturdays.
Sometimes a Tuesday, you just never know. But we're always here on Monday morning to start your week out right.
Skippy.
Right?
Damn Skippy. Dedication.
Yes. Start your week out with a smile.
Aww.
Hey, happy Monday to you, boo.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today, Nicole? Or do you want me to talk about what we're talking about?
Well, your grandma said something. What'd she say?
So, my whole life, my aunts and my uncles and my mom have talked about this one thing that my grandmother said that has stuck with them and has made it stick with all of us. We have no choice.
And that has been passed on to me and my family. Yes.
My grandmother, Nana, Geraldine Booker, grew up in West Virginia. Had this little moment of wisdom that she passed on to her children where she said, don't be anybody, be somebody. And I think there's a lot to that of don't just waste your life not doing anything or being a part of something or, adding to someone else's life. Like, make sure you make your stamp on the world and you just be a positive figure or light in someone else's life. And I think that's something that you and I really hold dear, and part of the reason why we actually do this is we see this as this really positive thing that we're doing for ourselves, a little selfishly, let's be honest, but really it's for other people.
That's our motivation. Mm-hmm. That's why we keep coming back.
Yeah.
No matter how tired and beat down we are or how good things are going.
Yeah.
Is that we have made a promise to each other that we want to be a positive light in the world and share our experiences, and through interviews and conversations, other people's experiences that we come in contact with or have in our own life to share with the world and say, you ain't alone. Mm-hmm. We're here with you. We got you. We all doing this thing called life. Mm-hmm. We all have ups and downs and sideways and
unders
and everything in between, and we all still here.
Yeah.
So let's live the best day we possibly can. And a lot of times we focus on, because that's a big thing, is working on ourselves and thinking positively of ourselves.
Yeah.
And loving ourselves. But then there's another part of it too that is, what are you giving to everyone else?
Yes.
And being a light in the world.
And make that a positive question. I think sometimes, and we've definitely done that recently, where we've talked about being very pro-self, positive self, and saying, what are you giving to everybody else? But I think that's a very positive question of what do I bring to the table that I can give other people? What makes me special in someone else's life? I think that's another form of self-love.
Yes. And also, I think it's realizing the significance you have in every single soul and every life you touch.
Yeah.
When you think of it as the little song goes, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, right? And you think of, say, a concert. And back in my day, when they had the lighters and you light the lighters when they're doing the song,
It's not just an app anymore?
No. And now y'all have an app and you have a light, but still, you're one little light versus thousands.
Yeah.
And how that one little light lights another one, lights another one, like lighting candles, and how all together we make the world shine, for each other and for ourselves. And so the question today is, what light are you putting off? How are you helping other people? Whether it is in holding the door open for someone, letting somebody in line in front of you, whether you're in a car or whether you're in line at Walmart, you know, just those little things, smiling at a stranger, to the bigger things, like taking food to a shelter or clothing, cleaning out your own life, like we've talked about, what do I really need? And then passing that thing on to someone else. Whether you're taking stuff to Goodwill or whether you are, putting money in a jar to help someone, or whether you volunteering your time and say babysitting for a friend so that they can go and have a date night
Yeah.
Something as simple as that. Or you helping your friend get out of a bad relationship and helping her pack up.
Yeah.
And let's get out before he gets home.
1-800 leave your man. Girl, right? I had to do that for a couple friends.
But whatever it is,
yeah.
you know, or if you've decided that you're going to get a new job, let's say, and that you really want to do something that gives back to the world.
Yeah.
You know, and that can be in any facet. Whatever it is, you know, I think we all, as human beings, have that part of ourselves that needs to give back, that needs to be a positive light in the world and in someone else's life. It can even be in a friendship or relationship. You and I always talk about how thankful we are to have each other in our lives, to have found each other. Like, you is my soulmate. Yeah. You know?
You my person.
Girl, I got you. But, yeah, and even in that, being there for someone else. So, just the importance of that, and how are you doing that, and how does it feel?
And how does it feel? And, like, it is low-key selfish, like, making people feel good. Like, you get, like, a little happy endorphin rush, like, yes, the thing I did and said is going to help somebody else. But really, it's like, I personally get a lot of my happy, good time feelings from knowing that the thing I'm doing is going to make someone else feel better. Like, whether it's you or the people I work with or even just my mom. Like, do I want to go to Kroger? No.
You done been.
I've already been today.
Right? And then you told your mom, oh yeah, I did this, and that, and I went to Kroger. And she's like, oh, I need to go to Kroger.
It's like, okay, well, I'll go. It's like, that technically is taking time out of my day, but I'm like, oh, that makes it easier for my mom to have a better day. She already has the things she needs. Like, those little things, I feel like I add. Like, I have attention to detail. I care about people. Like, those are things that I'm happy about and proud of in my personality.
And you were telling me earlier, too, about when you've had some of the lowest moments in your life.
Oh, yeah,
you want to share that?
Oh, yeah. So when, even in my lowest moments, like suicidal, depressed, and very intense, intrusive thoughts, you know. Ooh, I just got a flashback to that moment. Let me pull out of that for a minute.
Ooh, I'm here, girl. Lifeline.
Ooh. Yeah, one of the things that would keep me going was thinking about if I were to do this, how would it affect the other people in my life?
That's where pet therapy. It seems so simple. But rescuing a pet.
Girl.
From your local shelter.
That goes so far.
Or for somebody whose cat had unplanned pregnancy. They got a whole bunch of cats, whatever it is. How that saving an animal, right? How that ends up saving you.
Yeah.
Because it forces you to have to take care of something else, to give them love, even if you ain't feeling like it. Like your cat coming up and loving on you, and you're like, not right now. And they're like, now. And you're like, okay, it's now.
Fine, it's now.
Right? Or getting a dog, like Lucy. You know, 2 years ago when we was on the bathroom floor crying. And we didn't want to get up. But Lucy licking us in our face. If you know Lucy and you've listened to episodes, you know she's a licker and a lover. Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Right? And she's like, I need to go out. We need to go for a walk. I need food, whatever. And forcing me to get out and to go do that and take her for a walk. And then getting out and walking and being like, it's a beautiful day. This feels so good. Getting my blood pumping. Loving my baby. Giving her what she needs gave me what I needed.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's true about a lot of different things. You look like you was going to say something.
Oh, no. I was just thinking about how, like, the way my mom talks about adopting her dogs is very sweet. She's like, I have decided that I'm going to be this being's caretaker. And she said, it is my job and my purpose to make sure that I provide the best life for them that I can. I think that's really beautiful. And I'm like, aw.
And she loves them dogs.
Girl. She loves dogs more than she loves my brother and I.
I knew you were going to say that. It's a different kind of love.
It's a different kind of love.
It's a different kind of love.
That is 100% a joke. I know my mom loves me.
It's like the grandchild love. It's a 100%. Different kind of love.
But I do love to just be like, Mom.
I know. Every time I'm around y'all always have to say that to that poor woman.
But it's funny.
Right? You know I love Lola. Even though she come for me now, which makes me feel love.
That's how she shows love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can we talk about that? She really came for your ass that one day. It was hilarious.
Oh, please do share.
Daniel and I were not prepared. Nicole came over and we were just having coffee with Lola like we like to do on the weekends.
Moments. Yes.
We go over, have coffee with Lola, have lunch or whatever. And Nicole was headed out the door. She had
thinking everything was good. Smile on my face.
Lovely afternoon.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, my mom came out of nowhere with the quickness. And she hit you with one of the low-key passive-aggressive moments that now you know what Daniel and I are talking about.
Yeah, what was it she said?
She was like, oh, Nicole. Now, mind you, my mom is a little, probably 4'10" now, black woman.
With the biggest heart.
With the biggest heart, and we
love her.
And
the biggest personality, yes.
Yes, she's a Scorpio, if that helps.
That completely explains everything. Go on with yourself. Yeah.
It's like, Nicole, I know you're Caucasian because you got a big-ass sweater on and flip-flops and shorts on. And Daniel and I were on, like, hysterically laughing, trying to keep it together. Mm-hmm. And we were like, Mom, that was so unwarranted. Nicole had been perfectly polite and kind to you. Why are you coming for her right now?
Right. Now, I found it hysterical, and inside my heart and soul, I was like, she loves me.
She does.
Because if you don't care, you don't say nothing.
You don't say nothing.
And in my world, if I aggravate you and try and poke at you, that means I care.
Exactly.
It does. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't say nothing.
Exactly.
I'd be like, peace out. Yes. So
that was our sign that I'm like, oh, she's one of ours now.
I was like,
Lola has passive-aggressively insulted her. She is now...
and hysterical about it. She didn't just say it. She was laughing so hard it barely came out.
Yep.
Yeah. And then she was like, ah. That's okay because I got it back.
You did.
Next coffee date.
The next week. My brother was talking about his dad. I won't say his name. And he showed my mom a picture of him now.
Right. And
earlier that day, hold on, let me give a little bit of backstory. Nicole and I brought over a bottle of wine and lunch. And Lola was like, oh, I don't really drink anymore. It's never really been my thing. I don't like to be out of control. Mm-hmm. And we were like, okay, it's fine. You don't have to drink it.
Right.
So anyway, she sees the picture.
Right. And let me say, we've all had this moment.
Oh, 100%.
Where we've been with someone and we were so in love and so, they're so amazing. And then later, sometimes months later, sometimes years later.
You see them.
A picture of them or whatever, or them in person. And you're just like,
oh, God.
Oh, how did I ever let you touch me the first time? I wouldn't let you touch me again. We've all been there.
And I wanted it.
Yes, and had a child with you, Or let you do all kinds that makes me question myself.
Yeah.
And then you see them now and you're like, oh, we have moved on.
We dodged a bullet.
Right? And what did your mama say when she saw that picture of your baby daddy and your brother?
She was like, oh, God. She was like, what was I thinking?
Right.
And Nicole came in with the quickness.
Right.
And what'd you say, Nicole?
I said, oh, is this why you quit drinking?
My mom, all she could do was laugh. She was like, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let it be known in my family, if we don't make fun of you, we don't like you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how we show affection and love.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And this goes with the topic of being in the moment and giving back.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just sharing a laugh with someone.
Yep.
At a situation that maybe was uncomfortable, I'm not saying that one was, but it does happen.
Yeah.
And making a joke about it where that person can laugh.
Exactly.
And just accept it and move on. And it's not this big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, sometimes that's just being there for someone. And
that's what you offer, Nicole. You always make me laugh.
Yes.
You're hysterical.
Right? And a lot of things I've been through, I'm like, it's better to laugh than to cry. That's our family motto.
We've all been there.
Right? And can we just talk about the difference in our grandmothers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so yours
is like, don't be anybody, be somebody.
Right? And mine, the thing that she told me, let's say when I was about 16, was the key to a good marriage or a good relationship is being Susie Homemaker, Betty Crocker in front of everyone else, and the $2 whore in the bedroom.
Oh, no!
So he ain't got to go nowhere.
Not the $2 whore.
Yes.
Oh, damn, Zork. I mean, her advice is valid.
Right? so you can be everything he needs, and he don't need to go nowhere else, right? Thanks, Grandma. That explains a lot of things about my life. Yeah, and then my mother's advice, my mom, my loving, wonderful, bipolar mother.
Yeah, just slip that little one in.
Right. No, but it's the truth. That's who she was, and it was a beautiful thing because she could make any moment a party. You know, she was partying when we was in mania, and then all of a sudden you question your own existence when it wasn't. But that's okay. We learned a lot of things, right? It's a journey.
The truth of the human condition.
Right? But my mom would always say before you leave the house, same time, I'm like 16 years old, right? Make sure you got your lipsticks on and you're wearing clean panties.
Yeah, my mom used to say that to me too, though.
And I'm always like, where do you think I'm going?
Not the lipstick thing, but she would always say, make sure you have on clean socks and underwear.
Yes. Well, my mom was like, what in case you get in an accident or something?
That's literally what my mom would say. She's like, don't you go embarrass me if you wind up in the hospital.
Well, my mom's like, what if they have to cut your clothes off? You want to have clean panties? I'm like, where do you think I'm going? What do you think is going to happen? What exactly is this? But I just be like, okay.
That's a Southern thing.
Right?
I really feel like that's a Southern thing.
Right? And so the way that I solve that problem now is just don't wear panties. You got a problem, I got a solution.
Problem solving. See, Nicole, this is what you offer.
Yes, because I got this nice, juicy bubble butt, and everything gets stuck up in it. And then you're just like out picking your panties out all day long, like going.
That was an image.
Was that too much?
That was an image.
We went too far. Let's roll back. That was my gift to people, is not to be, pulling my panties out my butt all the time. No, too far. It's just like the jewelry for the jeweled.
Oh, your jewelry that Daddy bought you.
That was a previous daddy. That was one date. Nothing happened. Okay. You have to go back to that episode and find it if you want to find about butt jewelry. Anyway.
Oh my God, as I die casually in the corner.
That was a gift for someone else too. So my butt could sparkle.
Look at you. You are a giver.
I am such a giver. You don't even know.
Oh, I'm a giver too.
I heard. We making dreams come true out here.
Miracles happen once in a while.
Right. It's not Never Neverland, it's Ever Everland.
It's see me on a Tuesday.
My favorite word. Any hoozle.
Oh, wow. So, Nicole, what do you feel like you bring to the table? What is something that you offer to the world?
Joy, laughter, and love.
That little smirk on your face as you say that?
And a little sprinkle of lust.
Just
with some non-dairy whipped cream topping.
Oh, sexy.
No, I really believe that I bring love and laughter. Mm-hmm. Taking any moment and turning it into a positive. I think that's my big gift. Mm-hmm. Is seeing the good in everybody and everything. It truly is. Mm-hmm. And I love being able to do that for people. That was a serious.
That was a good answer. That was the Miss America answer.
Whatever. It's the truth. What do you think?
No. I'm just saying, like, the Miss America is like a genuine answer.
Yes. Oh, Miss America.
Beautiful. Now I want to watch Miss Congeniality.
Right. Or wherever else you're listening to us. You
Yeah.
know, if you're in another country. Your country 'tis me. I hope you listen to us everywhere.
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Do we?
Oh, we do.
Oh, we do.
We got slip and slide and
jewelry.
twister and jewelry. Somebody send me a unicorn tail.
Oh, that's her deepest, darkest desire.
I got the head. Now I just need the tails.
Oh my goodness.
New merchandise. Unicorn twister and pin the tail on the unicorn.
Ow.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Have you been bejeweled? Anyway.
Bedazzle me.
That
Anyway.
hit me in a deep part.
I'm sure it did. Just deep enough.
Penetration.
The burp after. It's the burp for me.
We're working on some demons. It's mating season. So.
Anyway. Back on topic.
Maybe what you're giving out Servicing the people's needs. Whatever does it for you. Are you tendering? Are you bubbling?
Bumble.
Ooh.
Maybe the blueberry wine was the mistake.
We mimosa in it this morning.
I was singing strawberry wine. That's how you can tell how progressively drunk I am the more I sing.
There you go.
There we go. Anyway.
So I'm driving. Okay.
Hey, for the people. No, I'm not that drunk yet. But anyway, what do I feel like I bring to the table? I'm going to ask myself that question. I feel...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Aurora, what do you feel like you're bringing to the table?
No, it's fine. I'll conduct my own interview.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. I'll conduct my own.
Leo came out.
It's all about you, bitch.
And we were moving on. No, Miss Aurora, what do you feel like you bring to the world?
I feel like I bring a sense of light and laughter while also being a voice of reason.
Motherfucking copycat.
I know, but I feel like I bring it in a different way. Like,
oh, you do. You bring up the back. No?
Yeah. I feel like I bring a sense of like funny logic to things. Where I'm like, no, that's not quite it. Like I have a different perspective because I can see all the perspectives.
Libra.
And like I feel like I just bring this like certain level of like hee sarcasm that makes people kind of like come out of themselves a little bit and like laugh at the bullshit
and share.
Like I feel like I disarm people with like my personality and like I'm so cute and tiny and like people feel like they can share everything with me. I'm always a listening ear for everybody.
And whereas someone's having a moment and they just need to be pulled out of the darkness and just kind of laugh about it and be able to let it go. I think you have the different role of let's laugh and make light of it, but let's also discuss what's really going on.
Yes.
So you're opening them up and I'm allowing them to close the door if they need to.
Yeah.
Then you're right behind like, let's open the door.
Let's open it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's get down to the deep. Let's get down to the real. Yeah.
The world needs both of us.
That's why we're a team, baby.
Right? Booyah.
This blackberry is really hitting right.
Picking the fruit out of the cup and sucking it. Ooh! How's it taste, Aurora?
Delicious. Delicioso. Muy.
Life is so wonderful.
I'm having a great time.
Always. In all ways.
Oh, girl, I feel like you felt some type of way. Why are you looking at me?
I ain't coming for you. Why are you looking guilty?
I can't talk about it.
Oh, yeah. You've been given
a direct order.
Yes.
Anyway.
So anyway.
Any hoozles.
No, but I think it's so important to fulfill our soul and to be a part of this human being experience is to give to others. Yes.
I think that's where we find a lot of like our happiness and fulfillment.
You know, it's one of the things. So why is one of the biggest holidays, you know, in our country, I think in a lot of places, is Christmas, right? Or that time of year.
Right.
Many other countries, religions, whatever, have different things they may call it or different ways or traditions they have to celebrate it. But that end of the year, winter time or whatever, you know, thing where one of the reasons that Christmas is such a big deal is because it's totally about giving to others. Whether it's in presents, whether it's baking somebody cookies, whether it's singing songs, caroling, it's all about giving to someone else, right? Which we in return receive that joy, right? But I think that it needs to be Christmas every day, in little ways, in big ways. And that giving truly is always better than receiving.
I think it's interesting that that idea of giving, you give the most during that time of year is when technically the land is the most barren when you think about it. You really don't have excess. You have stored all of your wares, like back in the day, all of your things for this upcoming time, and you are often giving to others in this time. And I think that's a good way to think about life.
Mm-hmm.
Is when the chips are down, like, I'm still here for somebody.
And sharing what you do have.
Yeah.
Which is such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get more. I truly believe that whatever you give, you get back tenfold.
Yeah.
In whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm going to tell you something I didn't tell you.
Oh, I love these moments.
So I've been applying to new jobs and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you and my friend Sarah, hey Sarah, that I worked with in a different position years ago. I asked both of y'all, and it was at the same time. I was filling out applications, and I needed some personal references, prior coworkers, bosses, whatever. And I asked both of y'all, hey, can I use you as a job reference, right? Yo, what's your email? Like that kind of thing, right? And both of you responded to me with the exact same thing.
Did we really?
The exact same
thing. I know
thing.
What I sent you.
I screenshotted it. You both sent me the exact same thing with the exclamation point. You know what it was?
What? Well, I know what, but tell the people.
Anything for you. Both of you said the exact same thing. And, it gets me teary-eyed. I wasn't expecting that, and it was just one of those things where the moment could have passed me by.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so significant that at the exact same time, y'all both texted me the exact same thing. And neither one of you know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't know I asked the other one. It's just something that you gave me, she gave me, the universe gave me, God, whatever, a very powerful moment where I had worked with both of y'all before. I had remained friends with y'all. You're both very important in my life. And that the relationship that I have with you and the way I am with you, what I've given to you, I never question, I always get much more back from both of y'all. But you both said that to me, that you would do anything for me. Just shows me that I am living the life I'm supposed to. That I am putting out and giving to people the love that I feel for them. Mm-hmm. And it just felt so good, like, aww. It did. And I wasn't expecting it. Yeah. And I think that's a big thing. Not only me asking for help or asking someone, because it's a big deal for me.
I know.
But also that both of y'all felt that and said it to me was such a gift. And that I allowed myself in the middle of filling out application, everything else. I screenshotted it and saved it for me. Just with what a beautiful gift it was. It was just that I love you, and both of you have very busy lives, everything else. And that you just said that to me and shared that with me. Like, it was such a beautiful thing. And I think we always need to take a moment and just appreciate that as the giver and the receiver, because that's something else too, is when someone gives you a compliment, when someone says something to you that they feel, right? What a beautiful gift it is to just accept it. Yes. And not question it. And not be like, how could you possibly feel that way about me? I had a conversation with one of my other friends, and he was talking about how he had thanked someone in his life, right? About kind of putting a fire under his butt and being like, why aren't you just doing this now? Why are you waiting? And he's like, I really don't have any reason not to. And so he thanked her for kind of putting that under, him, and being like, yeah, just do it now. Why are you waiting? And she didn't know how to take it. Yeah. And she was like, well, that's not what I meant. Like, it made her really uncomfortable, was the feeling that he got. Yeah. Right? And so he shared that with me, and I shared with him, I feel like the universe is putting that in front of you for a reason. And can you hear me on this? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And by the way, he's in a totally different country and we're having this conversation. So I'm like, you've done that to me so many times. Yeah. I'm like, where I tell you that I know you were put in my life for a reason. And he's one of my best friends. Like, we are friends, right? True friends. And I'm like, there's so many times where I'm like, I know why you're in my life. Like, it's a mirror for me. Like, I'm really seeing things that I say or do that I need to work on, or things I've moved past, whatever it is. And I just thank you for that. And you're like, why are you thanking me?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do that on purpose. Like, well, and I'm like,
that's not the point of it.
That's not the point. Just take it. Like, I'm just telling you, like, I'm acknowledging that you're here for a reason, how much I appreciate that you're in my life.
This is what you bring to the table. This is what you give me. Thank you for this gift.
Yes. And he said to me that, he's like, I own that. Mm-hmm. And not only that, he was like, it's really helped me because he's like, I've really had to look at that and see that and how much better it makes me feel now of just being able to receive that. Mm-hmm. And how it is a gift and just to receive it. And whatever you choose to do with it is your choice. But just allow somebody to say thank you, you know, or to tell you what importance you are in their life.
Allow people to give to you.
Yes.
That's hard.
It is. I feel like we've worked on that.
I feel like
we've come a long way. We've done some aggressive therapy. Intentional and unintentional.
Exposure therapy.
So much exposure therapy. Swipe, baby, swipe. Jump, baby, jump. Smack that ass, pull that hair. Let's do this. No.
Stop talking about my favorite thing.
Yeah, life is so beautiful. It really is. Mm-hmm. Just be in it. And no matter what happens, no matter how hard today might have been, get you some good sleep and come back tomorrow because it's a whole new day. And your day can start anytime you want it to.
Anytime you want. Gosh, man, I wish I remember who said that. It's on a Tiger Belly. Shout out to Bobby Lee and Kalila Coon.
Amen, girl.
10 out of 10. Recommend. I'm sure everybody already knows about the Tiger Belly podcast. Listen to the Tiger Belly podcast. If you don't,
check it out.
It's so good. Gosh, it was like a lead singer of a band. I will find it. I will put it out there. He said something that has stuck with me till this day. He said, your day starts whenever you want it to, and it can start over as many times as you need it to. Because so many times we let like one thing in the morning just like ruin the whole day. And he's like, no, you don't have to do that. And like, that was a gift that he gave me, like his presence. And I just like want to say thank you. I don't know who you are. I don't remember.
But you have stuck with me.
But you have stuck with me.
You're in my soul.
Yeah, like deep down. And I've spread that to everybody that I can.
You've told me that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that that's also something that we can look at in other facets of our life is your life starts whenever you want. Mm-hmm. Every part of your life. If you didn't like the first few chapters, start a new chapter. Mm-hmm. And write it any way you want. Make that melody anything you want. And when you're ready to move on to the next one, close that chapter and start another one. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's growth. It's building blocks. It's Legos. We're building one on top of the other. Minecraft that bitch.
Minecraft that hoe.
Tetris it. Do what you gotta do. Candy Crush it. But it always gets better.
Any more puns?
I don't know. Of course, a whole bunch more came in.
Of course.
But yeah, when you can't give to yourself, give to others. Mm-hmm. And your wounds, allow the light in. I think
this may be the thing we end on. I in no way have ever been part of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, whatever. The little bits that I have seen inside of that world, I think it's very interesting that one of the things that they really harpoon in on is you heal yourself by helping others, and volunteering and working with others is such a big part of addiction recovery. And I think there's something really to that idea of seeing that someone else is going through something and being able to help them through that really pulls something positive out of you and makes you realize you are a light and you have self-worth, and this is where you can really make a difference.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I would say, not that I'm a huge fan of the incarceration system in our country.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah.
No. However, I would say on that same thought process is one of the punishments that I can see brightness in is community service.
Yeah.
Yeah, having to give back. Having to do something for other people. Hurt people.
Yeah.
How about hurt people help people?
Yeah.
That's how you come out of that hole. Throwing a rope into somebody else to pull them out pulls you out.
Yep. Seeing that you're not the only one.
Yes.
Really is so eye-opening sometimes. It is, talk about perspective building. It's like, ooh, I thought I had some shit.
Right? That's one thing my mom used to always say in a positive way. Is somebody always has it worse than you, and somebody always has it better than you.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, where do you want to go? And another part to that I would say is it looks like someone has it better than you and somebody has it worse than you. You never know where anybody else is in their life. You never know. Don't assume things.
Yep.
You know? Always be a light and shine and joy. And it's okay if you're not feeling that today. That's okay. Stay in your pajamas, eat ice cream, whatever you need to do. But a lot of times we don't know what it means to someone else just to share a smile or a cup of coffee or hold a door open for them.
Girl.
There has been so many times in my life where I was just blindsided and blind because of how much just I was going through in that moment. You know, children with autism, you know, spouse deployed, my own trauma coming up. Whatever it was when I was a child, you know, being homeless and hungry, whatever. And someone holding a door open for me. Someone donating that Nerds box of cereal. And giving me like just that one little thing. Like you just never know what it is that you do that's going to pull somebody else out of their darkness. So when you can, give and give big from your heart, and never give more than you can.
Yep. It's not about donating the most, doing the most.
Don't sacrifice yourself to help someone else. That's not what we're saying.
No, absolutely not. But
we're saying that if you're in a spot where you can, do.
Even if it's just lending an ear.
Yes.
Sometimes it's literally just like, someone just needs to talk.
Yes.
Literally just needs to say the nasty, ugly stuff that's in their head and just to get it out.
Yeah.
And just to say it that one time. You know what I mean?
Sometimes when I say smile at a stranger, you never know what it's going to mean. Sometimes that's a huge thing because someone might be in a point in their life where they think nobody sees them. And you make eye contact with them and smile at them and just say, hey. That one thing can pull somebody right out because they're like, someone saw me.
And they didn't even know me.
Just that simple thing.
Yep.
You just have no idea. And so just live in your light and share what you can and love however you can love. And just know that every day you're here, you're making a difference in someone else's life. Sometimes it's just because you woke up and you're still here.
You went to work.
Right?
You could be someone's favorite coworker. You have no idea.
Yeah. You could let somebody in front of you and that could be like the best part of their day, their week, whatever.
Like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. You changed their whole mental state that day. And you was just being nice. Or you was listening to a song and didn't even know you let somebody in.
Yep, you're like vibing.
Right? So just enjoy the day, enjoy the moments, be happy, be glad. And we're glad you're here. And thank you for being here. And I don't just mean listening to the podcast. I mean being here on this earth and waking up today and giving life another chance.
And bringing you to the table.
Yes. Yeah. Because there's lots of people that didn't get to wake up today. And I'm so glad that you did and that you were here. So.
That's a beautiful note to end it on. I'm not even going to make a joke.
We love you. We truly love you. And I appreciate you. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, sparkly day.
Sunshining day.
Shine, baby, shine.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Hit us up.
And if there's something you want us to talk about,
leave a comment. We want to know.
Right? Tell us. We'll talk
cater
about
to
it.
The people.
Right? You know, I'm like, if we get organized enough, we might even hit you up. So that's the goal. We love to have people on.
Baby.
So We love you. Have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so much fun.